Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel, I do planner and planner related videos, DIY tutorials, art and journal videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I load a new video. Commenting, liking, and sharing this on your favorite platform does help my channel grow and would be truly appreciated. All right, so I wanted to set up the May portion of my Happy Nietzsche Skinny Classic Happy Bullet Journal Fobonichi, and by now you would have, or by now it is up, where I set up the first week of May here, or the first full week of May. And so what I want to do is go back and cover this, because I don't want to see this, because I will be seeing this in my social media and business section. And then because I know I'm not going to use this, I actually want to go ahead and work on this right here. And I did make the cover, and the reason I mention that is because before this whole pandemic thing, probably late February, I had ordered some paper to start making some things for my shop, and this is one of the paper lines that I chose, and I'm going to be working on or with this today, and this is what I use in order to make these covers, or that's why I purchased this, to make covers. And again, the reason why I say that is because when I'm looking at papers, I look to see, okay, is it double-sided, and which do I think would be a cover that people would enjoy. For instance, I think people would really love this as a cover because it's just so elegant and beautiful, but I mean, this is nice and simple, but as a cover, that would be what's on the inside. So I mean, again, if I were choosing, this is probably what I'm going to make as a cover. This one here is a little bit more difficult because of the size of a Happy Nietzsche. One of these would need to be cut off, and so I probably would just cut this up as tear pads, or I would use the inside and then, yeah, no, I would do it as little journal cards because I wouldn't want to cut any of these ladies. I wouldn't want to cut any of these ladies. This, I think, would make a great cover, perfume bottles. And then this, I think, is really pretty on the inside. And so I'm just going to show you the different papers, and it's only one paper per paper pad, and they are loose like this. I think this would make a great cover, and I think this would make a great inside. This would not make a great cover. I mean, I could position it so that this... No, I couldn't, because I need the full 12 by 12 size, and if you fold it, you're not going to see the Eiffel Tower. But this here, I think, would make a decent cover, and then you'd be able to see the Eiffel Tower if I cut this bottom portion off. So again, when I'm looking at papers, I really have to think about the front and the back to see what actually works. I think this would be a fantastic cover. But this would make a great cover as well because it just has different fashion things, although I do like this one better. This one I think would make a great cover as well. Yeah, definitely better than that. I love that this makes me think of Tamika because of pastries and pumps. There's nothing math related in here, but I mean, it does make me think of her. So these are just different confection and the Eiffel Tower. This one I think would be easier because I could cut down here and not lose too much of the artwork, and yet I think that would make something really spectacular by way of a Skinny Classic cover. I do love that here as well, but yeah, that doesn't work. I love the mannequins. Oh, what was on the back of this? Okay, that's cute. The mannequins, I think, would make a great cover, although, I don't know. Now, I think the mannequins, I think, would make a better cover just because it's different. I do have different floral papers. And then I think this also could make a pretty decent cover because cutting down, I could probably finagle it so I'm not cutting too much of the building, but I think that would make a stunning cover. And then this is the last sheet. This, again, would make a great cover. Oh, although this would too. Yeah, so this one's actually going to be hard. But I have learned that I do need, if I'm going to purchase these stacks with just one piece of every design, that I need to buy two. Because when I make my Happy Nietzsche covers, I like to have a corresponding pocket that matches, and so yeah, I'm usually cutting up two of these. But I wanted to show you this because this is what I wanted to use. Ooh. And these are stickers, by the way. This comes with the pack. And if I can find it, if they still have it on Amazon, because that's where I purchased it, I'll put it in the description box below. But when I was thinking about doing the covering of this, I thought about, well, which paper would I be willing to part with? And I was leaning towards the Eiffel Tower one, because that one really I can't get much use out of. And then I realized that I can use this because I mean it doesn't bother me that it's just little snips of the paper, backs and fronts. It's very artistic, and I was going to throw it away anyway. So I will take these two. I'll put this to the side. And now it just becomes, what do I want to focus on? Because I actually do want to miss that. I hate punching through. I mean, it is super lazy, but I hate it, so I don't want to do it. And I think this might work. So let me cut this down to a manageable size. I cannot cut a straight line with a scissor to save my life. And so I'm just going to use my Deluxe Fisker cutter, and I'll cut it wider than I think I'm going to need it. Although maybe I can preserve that middle piece there. Yeah, so I'll cut it so I can preserve the middle piece. I just want to make sure it's straight. Okay, and then I can cut that white off there and kind of position. And again, it's just really because of the laziness of I don't want to punch this that I'm just trying to circumvent that altogether. I'd love to tell you it's artistic in nature. It is not. Okay. And I kind of want to put this upward like that so that I can match that there. And I'll fold that down. If you can tell, this is not very, what's the word I'm looking for? Precise. And for my purposes, it absolutely does not need to be. And if I can, yeah, I can just miss the umbrellas and I can just get to the edge there. And so what I'm going to do, just to make it easy on myself, is, well, at least in my head, it's easy on myself. Sorry, lady, but your twin will be in the social media section, I promise. I'm going to put it on here. Let me move this. If you're new here, I have major small space issues, so it's always an issue. And I just want to get up to the edges. Okay. And then, fingers crossed, because I can always cut off some at the top, so I'm not so concerned about that. but I want to use the umbrellas as my guide. And then put it down and then buff it out. Okay, cool. Now this, I will use a scissor to cut off the bottom. And I think that actually looks rather sweet. And I'm tempted to put one of these quotes right in the middle there. Life is a party, dress like it. That's from Audrey Hepburn, and I love that. So we're going to put this. And I love that it's framed in white so that it pops up from this here. And these are some really, I mean, they're like die cuts that are sticky because it's thick. All right, and I think, oh my God, I think that looks sweet. And it doesn't look like this was an offcut of anything. It looks like I collaged this together. At least that's what I'm telling myself in my head. So cool, that's done. I like having the calendar, and I want, I feel like I should cover this up too. I'm not going to use this, and what I've been doing in previous months is I've been just writing a quote, but I mean, why not use this, right? So let's cut on the other end of this. And let's see what it is that we have. So laziness is still in effect. I don't want to have to punch anything. What about this one? This one looks like if I cut off that white border, this one will fit better. And I do like the look of all of these things here. So let me do a little dot here. Yeah, because I want to cut off the bottom, but I can always cut off the top by hand. And so, okay, so I'm going to do the same trick where I'm going to put the tape here. And the reason why in my head this makes more sense is then I don't have to worry that I'm going to get the paper off the page, but more importantly, glue where I don't want it. So if it's only touching this page and what's on top, then I know I'll get the glue where I want. At least in my head, that makes total sense. Okay, so again, going to try to line this up. If I have to cut that little handbag, I'm cool with that. I don't like cutting people, but I don't mind cutting a handbag if I need to. And lining up with the umbrellas. And pressing that down. And I'll just trim this. And then I think here, I'll give myself a little bit of encouragement. Hello, gorgeous. I think that looks cute, and that one's done. And then here, let's take a look at this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the Eiffel Tower right right there. So I don't cover any of the calendar because I actually need that. I covered that, but maybe we can fix that. Let's use some white out. Again, I mean, I don't really look at this page, so it doesn't have to be pristine or anything, but I do want it to be pretty, or why waste the time? And I like this, the mannequin. So we'll do that right there. And then to make ourselves some bullet points, 1, 2, because I'm leaning towards either the brushes as bullet points or some of these confectionery things. All right, guys, so this is what I've come up with. I did go back and use a black pen just to outline that, just to make it pop a little bit. But as you guys saw, that was just the cover page, a junk page really, that I think makes a really cute divider cover. For this, I just collaged these 3 pieces here. I did decide on using some of the confection candy bonbon things, at least that's what I think it is, as my bullet points, and these will be my 3 goals. I'll probably look in one of my sticker books if I can find something that says goals. And then I just covered this page up here, again using part of that cover page that just shows the different paper in it and the different stickers, and just glued this down. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm really loving how this came out. I'm gonna have to look through my stash to see if I have any more of those covers. I do like the Carta Bella paper because it's very thick. I like the sticker packs that come with it. Again, if I can link it or find it on Amazon, I will link it below. But I've never used that cover page because I can't make anything out of this, just because when I'm making, if I can, I like to use double-sided paper because I don't like a white inside, and this is very thin. But I think this makes great accessory to this, and I'm actually going to keep this, and maybe I can use this in another month, where if I get around my laziness of punching, it actually would fit perfectly as a cover. All right, guys, well, what do you think? I think Bucky approves. It's a little girly for him, but that's okay. But yeah, and I will sometime in life. I probably won't be opening my shop anytime soon, but I do want to work on some new covers, both the Happy Nietzsche size, this size here, as well as for the Skinny Mini size, and having just a variety of different papers certainly helps me do that. But what do you think of the May setup for the, I guess, monthly overview page? I never know what the thing is called. I love it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them in the section below. And from Bucky and I, as always, aloha.